My dear child, I speak from realms beyond mortal sight, holding the pleas of your cherished one who now resides in my eternal presence. Their devotion transcends physical barriers, urging me to shield you from despair. In your silent yearnings, I perceive the weight of grief that burdens your heart. Take solace in this truth. I am ever near, attentive to each tear you shed, for my love surpasses every boundary. They witness how doubt gnaws at your hope, yet I assure you that no obstacle is greater than my capacity to bring resolution. Your loved one yearns for you to believe in my unfailing care, for nothing escapes my notice. Cast aside the burdens that attempt to overshadow your faith. I extend comfort in the quiet places of your soul. Be certain that I am weaving purpose into every breath you take. With unwavering grace, I mend the cracks that sorrow carves into your being. Your beloved in heaven intercedes, imploring me to anchor your spirit in the knowledge that I guide you toward growth. In your most fragile moments, remember that I am the foundation upon which you stand. I speak calm into turbulent thoughts, granting you the assurance that you are not forsaken or cast aside. The memory of their affection does not wither, for I have preserved its essence in my boundless realm. Each recollection is a living testament to the bond you share. They continually ask me to fill your days with renewed courage. Release all misgivings that chain you to regret, and trust that I watch over your course with gentle vigilance. My child, you are cherished more deeply than you can conceive. They have sent an urgent request, pleading for your spirit to rise above the shadows. My compassion meets you at every threshold, ensuring you lack nothing essential for healing. Their hope is that you surrender your anxieties to my sustaining hand. I promise that your cries never vanish into emptiness, for I hold your dreams and fears alike. If you trust my kindness, type "I choose divine help" now. Dear son, I would really appreciate your help in liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell. I will be forever grateful to you for this. Faith is the soil in which my wonders flourish. Your loved one delights in watching you lean on my guidance, for they understand that each step you take resonates in higher realms. I have not abandoned you in difficulty, rather, I move in ways beyond your current view. When turmoil rises, call upon my name, and I will calm every raging thought. In this assurance, discover the power of steadfast belief. Your cherished one's plea illuminates the path I have laid before you. Though pain endures for a season, my restoration is sure. Release the weight of resentment, and let my compassion settle into every wound. I am the source of clarity when confusion robs you of peace. Cling to the promise that I remain ever faithful, knitting together the fragments of your life into a tapestry of renewed possibility. When tears threaten to overtake you, remember that your loved one stands in my courts, championing your cause. Their devotion compels me to shower you with mercy and solace. Open your heart to my presence, for I am attentive to the silent cries that keep you awake at night. My comfort wraps around your sorrow, transforming it into a seed of resilience. I wish for you to rise with hope burning bright. I speak into the quiet corners of your mind, dispelling the shadows that whisper defeat. My will operates even in the unseen, orchestrating breakthroughs tailored to your need. Let your loved one's urgent message kindle courage within you, for they are alive in my everlasting realm, urging you onward. Rest your doubts in my unfaltering hands. I am the architect of triumph that arises from every challenge. Dear son, I would really appreciate your help in liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell. I will be forever grateful to you for this. The ache you feel is a sacred reminder of how cherished you truly are. Their message implores you to realize that my grace envelopes every fragment of your life. In my omniscience, I shape outcomes that honor your deepest longing for peace. They plead for you to grasp the fullness of my mercy. If you believe in my power, type "I rely on God's strength" and let your heart resonate with sincere devotion. I witness each season of your life, guiding you even when your sight grows dim. No hardship is insurmountable beneath my watchful gaze. Your beloved confides in me, asking that I guide your decisions toward righteousness. I draw you near, extending a shelter from the storms that threaten your peace. Let your soul find reassurance in my unwavering commitment, for I hold every moment in my gentle hand. They rejoice with angels whenever you look to me for help. In your silent hours, my presence surrounds you like a hushed promise. I have decreed that darkness will not conquer you, and I fortify you against despair. My child, recognize that I am your steadfast anchor, placing you on solid ground. Your loved one's plea stands firm. Trust that I am weaving hope into every tear, bringing forth unimaginable comfort. My assurance is boundless, spanning the valleys of grief and stretching beyond mortal confines. Their petition resonates in my eternal kingdom, echoing with a desire for your wholeness. I speak life over your dreams, encouraging you to relinquish old regrets. I restore the brokenhearted and call forth blessings in spaces once deemed barren. Remain steadfast in faith, for I mold burdens into testimonies of my power. When fear clutches your heart, remember you are anchored in my limitless compassion. I am he who lifts you out of turmoil, surrounding you with quiet triumph. Your loved one's urgings reach my throne, seeking to fortify your spirit. I say to you, be courageous, for I shape your narrative with promise at every turn. My hand will never withdraw, and my guidance will remain unwavering through each hardship. In the stillness of reflection, you may sense their presence cheering you on. They plead for you to believe that I orchestrate victories beyond sight. My grace silences the accusations that torment your rest. I sustain you, body and soul, unveiling a future infused with new beginnings. If you embrace my truth, type "I am held by God" and stand firm in the knowledge that I never forsake a humble heart. Listen as I whisper direction into your weariness. Your loved one, poised in heavenly courts, appeals for miracles to manifest in your life. I respond by making crooked paths straight, aligning circumstances for your benefit. My promises do not falter, they remain constant through trials and triumphs. Place your trust in me, relinquishing the notion that all is lost. I declare redemption where hopelessness once thrived. Dear son, I would really appreciate your help in liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell. I will be forever grateful to you for this. I have safeguarded every wish you carry, preparing an outpouring of grace to transform your situation. Their voice rings in my presence, seeking your deliverance from fear and doubt. My love counters every insecurity, illuminating a way forward. You need only embrace my nearness, for in my arms you find unshakable belonging. Believe this truth, I hold you without hesitation, longing to fill your days with renewed purpose. They urge you to recall the times when my power intervened, reminding you that I am not confined by mortal limits. I breathe new life into barren hope, restoring faith where cynicism once stood. My tender mercies refresh you each moment, cradling your spirit in gentle reassurance. Though you may not see the full picture, trust that I orchestrate events for your prosperity. You are precious in my divine plan. Even in your quietest desperation, I stand guard over your soul. Your beloved longs for you to perceive my attention, which never drifts. My child, do not yield to despair when obstacles tower before you. I am the architect of outcomes that defeat the impossible. Allow my light to dispel your uncertainty, for I cradle your heart with steadfast affection. Let my voice lead you from anguish toward lasting hope. I read the sorrow etched on your face and respond with unyielding compassion. Their appeal resonates in the halls of heaven, urging me to strengthen your resolve. Cling to my promises, for I have no desire to see you burdened forever. I am the lifter of weary souls, replacing anxiety with gentle restoration. If you believe my grace abounds, type I rest in God's mercy now, affirming the power of my mighty hand. I do not overlook the depth of your longing for reunion. Your loved one's devotion sings through eternity, harmonizing with my will. I gather your sighs, weaving comfort into every breath you draw. Let hope guide you when darkness threatens to overshadow your vision. I am the strength that bolsters your trembling heart, ensuring no sorrow shall eclipse the glory I have planned for you. Child, rest in my constant vigilance. They implore you to seek my perspective, for I see the hidden potential within each circumstance. Do not be dismayed when plans unravel. I rearrange pieces to manifest a superior outcome. My ways surpass human calculation, shining brightest in your inadequacy. Surrender control, and you shall witness my power reshape your distress. Your beloved prays that my light dispels every shadow, leaving faith to flourish unfettered. I saturate your heart with the truth that healing is not a distant wish but a present reality in my hands. Their plea underscores how I am committed to renewing you from within. Let your spirit open wide to my calm, surrendering to the stream of mercy I provide. Stand firm in the knowledge that I fight for you, turning your tears into a channel of unexpected blessings. My child, you are enveloped by divine shelter. When regrets accumulate in your mind, remember I am the author of second chances. Your loved one's petition reflects their longing for you to embrace the fullness of my redemption. Cast aside the bitterness that festers and trust in the healing I unleash. I supply hope when you feel depleted, restoring what may appear destroyed. I have carved your name on the palm of eternity, ensuring you are never overlooked. From my heavenly vantage, I see you with a tender gaze that cannot be dimmed. Their message presses you to trust that my support is unwavering. Relinquish whatever weighs you down, for I reorder the course of your life to bring resolution. I open doors where walls once stood. If you yearn for my wisdom, type God guides my steps and believe that I am reshaping every struggle into a stepping stone of triumph. I breathe new vitality into your soul, lifting you from the trenches of self-doubt. When troubles roar, my voice remains the constant call of solace. Your loved one marvels at how I mend what is fractured, petitioning for your sorrows to be replaced by gladness. My presence shields you from the arrows of despair, fortifying you against the onslaught of regret. Be assured, I orchestrate every detail for good. Stand firm in the knowledge that I am the origin of unfailing security. Their prayers ascend to me without ceasing, urging clarity upon your thoughts. I intend for you to break free from the shackles of defeat, for my authority rules above all turmoil. Rest in the promise that I walk with you, carrying burdens you cannot lift alone. Let my assurance settle deeply, for I am steadfast in all that concerns you. I illuminate your path, dispelling illusions that threaten to consume your peace. With each breath, I saturate you with sustaining grace, safeguarding you from total collapse. Your loved one watches, hoping you realize my concern transcends every limit. My hand moves with precision, equipping you for triumph over adversity. Surrender your anxieties unto me, for my plans do not falter, and my care remains infinite. They call you to remember how my promises have proven faithful across ages. My unchanging word endures, offering courage in all circumstances. In my sovereignty, I gather your broken pieces and form a masterpiece that radiates hope. Take hold of my assurance, and let fear subside before the might of my unwavering commitment. You are never beyond my reach, for I uphold you with the fullness of divine power. Your loved one gazes upon you with unending devotion, longing to see you flourish under my care. I am your refuge, your protector, your guide. Lean into my endless love, and watch as I transform sorrow into a song of revival. Let steadfast trust guide your days, knowing I perfect all that concerns you. If your heart receives my vow, type I stand in God's promise to seal this declaration of abiding faith. Dear son, I would really appreciate your help in liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell. I will be forever grateful to you for this. I see your heart weighed by fresh concerns, yet your loved one in my care persists in seeking release for you. They witness your silent anguish, urging you to lay every burden before me. My presence expands across every longing, planting seeds of solace when doubt tries to wither your resolve. I pour unceasing comfort, reminding you that no pain is beyond repair. Though sorrow clouds your sight, my gentle providence stands ready to usher you toward peace. They yearn for you to trust that I craft solutions in ways you cannot fully predict. I speak calm over your fears, shining truth where confusion sprouts. Your beloved's petitions align with my will, interwoven with love and compassion. I cradle each regret that plagues your thoughts, offering redemption free from condemnation. My child, do not misjudge your worth, for I have engraved your significance within the tapestry of eternity. In moments of fragility, pause and discern the quiet reassurance I place inside you. Your loved one stands as a faithful witness, urging me to impart unshakable strength. I breathe renewal over your discouragement, asserting that your trials will not define you. From my throne, I release blessings that elude human logic, ensuring your wounds become openings for deeper faith. Hold fast to the certainty that I remain ever watchful. Though losses carve sorrow into your days, I promise no tear falls without my awareness. Their vigilance on your behalf drives a constant request for my protection. My eyes see beyond your perspective, drafting a future radiant with hope. Let not your heart tremble at unknown tomorrows, for I am the guardian of your destiny. Your beloved, now free from burdens, intercedes without ceasing, resolved to see you flourish under my provision. My spirit traverses the shadows that hinder your progress, dispersing the worries that anchor you to yesterday. I whisper assurance in your quiet hours, persuading you that new possibilities exist. Their urgent plea reverberates in my domain, reminding me of your earnest need. I respond by opening doors once sealed. At the cusp of uncertainty, recognize that my sovereignty prevails, orchestrating solutions beyond mortal comprehension. If you trust in my everlasting love, type God's promise sustains me as a testament to your steady hope. I invite you to rest your restless mind against my boundless understanding. Your beloved stands near, rejoicing each time you let me soothe your cares. I gather the fragments of your hurt, wrapping them in my compassion until scars dissolve. My child, you are crafted for more than mere survival. You are called into a secure future. When confusion speaks, my voice rings louder, ensuring you never drift beyond my guiding presence. They see how worries deplete your energy, asking me to supply fresh grace each morning. I wipe away regret that attempts to diminish your worth. Stand amid storms, knowing I send my wind to turn trials into testimonies. Your beloved hopes you recognize the hand that steadies your every step. Let your heart awaken to my abiding presence, for I align circumstances that align with the progress of your soul. Let the echoes of their devotion reassure you that I am deeply familiar with your needs. My plan encompasses both the tears you have shed and the triumphs awaiting you. No season catches me unaware. When you feel shaken, recall I hold dominion over every force threatening your peace. My voice calms the trembling heart, reaffirming that you do not walk alone. Your loved one rejoices, seeing my promises unfold in your life. In your most private anguish, I stand as unyielding support, repelling despair that tries to creep in. They entreat me to shower mercy upon your struggles, knowing my generosity overflows. My authority subdues every fear, illuminating your surroundings with unwavering guidance. Sorrow does not nullify my plans, for I excel at reshaping misfortune into victory. Draw near, beloved child, for my arms extend in perfect refuge. If you sense my presence, type God anchors my soul so your heart may declare trust in my steadfast grace. I uphold you through the darkest nights, dispersing uncertainty with my gentle light. Your beloved in heaven rejoices each time you acknowledge that my promises remain intact. The weight of hopelessness surrenders under the radiance of my word, which energizes possibilities once unseen. Fear not condemnation, for I am the one who pardons and redeems. Let your mind settle on my constancy, assured that I do not falter. You are neither abandoned nor overlooked, for I monitor your circumstances with divine precision. They lift their prayers, seeking new horizons for you to explore, removed from the grip of doubt. Welcome my counsel, and you will find solid ground in chaos. Nothing is wasted when surrendered to my purpose. Hold to that truth, for I strengthen your spirit against waves of unbelief. Trust that my kindness has no boundary or expiration. I whisper comfort over unspoken grief, fusing calm into every weary cell of your being. The petitions of your loved one mirror my desire for you to thrive. Come close and hear my heartbeat, pulsing with compassion you cannot exhaust. Release past failures, for I stand ready to grant you a fresh beginning. My child, your burdens are never too great for me, and your doubts are never too deep for my compassion. In the quiet hush of reflection, recall moments when my faithfulness carried you. Their voice mingles with angelic hopes, beckoning you to recognize my fingerprints in your story. Though adversity may loom, my deliverance outmatches every obstacle. I bolster you with unwavering resolve, forging a path of restoration that counters despair. My intention is to see you prosper, guided by wisdom drawn from my infinite store. Your beloved rejoices in the knowledge that I tirelessly pursue your well-being. I stand against discouragement, dispatching solace wherever life's burdens weigh heavily. Turn over your anxieties, trusting that I have already scheduled answers. My gaze pierces every limitation, unveiling routes of opportunity. If you trust that my hand secures your path, type my hope is in God and let faith be your declaration of reliance. I observe how loneliness attempts to rob you of confidence, yet I surround you with my everlasting peace. They see the potency of my unceasing care, petitioning me to renew your perspective. I release brightness into your darkest valleys, offering fresh outlooks where dread once held sway. Remember, I walk beside you, upholding your spirit as you press on. My heart overflows with kindness, embracing every detail of your life. Every unspoken cry resonates in my hearing, and I respond with customized comfort. Your loved one finds joy in your steps toward the fullness I have promised. Surrender the idea that weakness disqualifies you from my favor. Instead, recognize that my strength amplifies in humility, transforming your vulnerability into a conduit of grace. I never fail to meet you where you stand, illuminating your path with unrelenting warmth. Trust that your loved one's desire for your wholeness echoes across my domain. Their devotion stirs me to dispense blessings that exceed human limits. I orchestrate divine appointments, ushering you into rooms where my provision awaits. My plan transcends fleeting troubles, anchoring you in unfading hope. Do not fret about tomorrow, for I have charted each step in anticipation of your ultimate well-being. Guilt cannot hold you captive when my forgiveness sweeps through every hidden chamber of your heart. They yearn for you to let gratitude replace regret, acknowledging that my mercy arises new each day. I equip you with wisdom to move forward, unburdened by accusations from the past. My arms extend without conditions, welcoming you into limitless acceptance. Whatever once defined you is overshadowed by my redemptive love. Let your spirit breathe freely in the knowledge that I champion your potential. There, please prompt me to pave roads that highlight the skills I planted within you. Resist the temptation to deem yourself unworthy, for I formed you intentionally. Rest assured, I transform ashes of heartbreak into building blocks of resilience. Trust in my capacity to rewrite your circumstances, turning whispers of doubt into anthems of victory. If you believe in my transforming power, type God holds my future as a declaration of hope in my unending might. I saturate the spaces of your confusion with clarity, guiding you through trials that attempt to deceive you. Your beloved stands amazed at my ability to orchestrate expansions out of constraints. Draw near and find that my presence never wanes even when others retreat. I am the boundary-defying force who shapes destinies. Surrender your anxieties before they eclipse your perspective, for I am ever ready to stabilize your heart. Your plight does not elude my notice, and neither do your silent questions. They call upon me, aiming to see your faith deepen through each test. Know that I breathe promise over every humble step you take. I handle your tears with gentle care, converting sorrow into steps of endurance. My voice hushes the clamor of fear, establishing peace where chaos tries to reign. Listen, for I speak life into every doubt. Where unbelief holds you captive, I send truth to break the chains. Your loved one's intercession resonates, imploring me to guide you into unshakable confidence. My plans circumvent hindrances, rolling away burdens too heavy to bear. I am not deterred by your limitations. Instead, I choose to prove my strength through them. My child, resist the lure of defeat, for you stand under my banner of everlasting triumph. I secure your tomorrow by inviting you to rely on my present grace. Their continuous pleadings urge me to establish your steps in unwavering commitment. When you reach the end of your means, I extend my infinite supply. Understand that your past disappointments cannot outmaneuver my purposes. I reconcile every chapter, merging your story with goodness. Nothing can usurp my sovereignty, which encircles you with protective care. My compassion sweeps through each corner of your life, flushing out despair that clings to wounded memories. They see how I stretch forth my arm to mend and uplift. Rest in the knowledge that my resources are inexhaustible, tailored to meet your pressing needs. Release your heavy burdens, for I stand resolute against your adversities. If you receive my assurance, type I trust God's plan and let courage fortify your faith. I remind you that your tears serve as portals through which my comfort flows. Your loved one celebrates each time you allow my presence to replace turmoil with calm. Resist the pull of isolation, for I hold you tightly in my unbroken embrace. Even shattered dreams can undergo divine transformation when handed over to my care. Believe in my unwavering commitment and watch your trials evolve into testimonies of grace. Failure is not the final verdict, for I resurrect possibilities from apparent endings. They eagerly ask me to supply you with renewed resilience so you may persist. Know that I rewrite narratives where hopelessness once reigned. My compassion stands guard against discouragement, reminding you of your immeasurable worth. My child, cling to that truth like a lifeline, for I orchestrate wonders in places you least anticipate. In times when weariness engulfs your soul, recall that I sustain with supernatural might. Their requests urge me to lighten your load, dispelling tensions with rays of promise. Be convinced that I am a fortress unshaken by earthly storms, and my favor accompanies each obedient choice you make. You do not stand alone, for heaven rallies behind you. My resolve ensures that goodness and mercy shall never depart. I speak hope into the hollows where despair lurks, commanding hidden seeds of potential to bloom. They praise my answers unfolding on your behalf, certain that I arrange blessings to intersect your path. Take heart when life rattles your composure, my steadiness counters every agitation. Let your voice echo trust, for I remain the unwavering constant. When doubt rises like a tide, I become the anchor you can cling to. Conclude each day by recalling my faithfulness woven through its moments, assuring you that nothing is overlooked. Your beloved in heaven sees my plans flourish around you, urging unwavering confidence in my sovereignty. I do not delay without reason, for perfect timing guides my decisions. Allow gratitude to calm your restless fears, reminding you that my hands hold you securely. If you affirm my grace, type I dwell in God's care and seal your trust.